Yeah, I wouldn't.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I kind of know where you got those, but
What you mean? They're the berries that were on the trees before we left.
before we left.
Yeah, the berries in the.
That's
what's-
cool.
Wait a minute.
It was probably fine.
What's wrong with the berries?
It's thornberry.
It's thornberry?
It's thornberry.
These
yeah.
are thornberries? I
Mhm.
thought they were elderberries.
No. You see the way it sprouts at the end of the berry? You have tiny little leaves,
Yes,
right? That
yes.
are jagged, that sort of look like thorns. That means you're going to have diarrhea later.
All right, Ty.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Should we do a quick recap for
Yes.
everybody?
Last time was the first time
Yes, it was.
we were introduced to our intrepid heroes, Pim and Dirk,
Yes.
in the settlement of Troutnook
Troutnook.
along the ragged coast of the Ironlands.
Yes. We found them in a marketplace, which was suddenly besieged by 3 thieves. The 2 of them apprehended them together because they were the only armed ones in the area.
Yeah, only one strapped.
Pim roped them up with rope she found. No, the rope was
The
in her
rope she
satchel.
had, the bow she found.
The bow she found on the ground and the rope she had. And there was something bizarre about their eyes. Their eyes,
Very
the
weird.
whites of their eyes, all of it was black. Very strange.
And Johnny come lately to the scene of the crime was Marquis Chim with a couple of militiamen, and they
Yes.
apprehended the heroes and kind of rudely thanked us for stopping them.
Yeah. We find ourselves in the tavern. They needed a pint after all that work.
Yeah, the old stinky fish.
The Stinky Fish Tavern.
Yes.
Aptly named because it smelled. Chandra the barkeep overheard us talking and realized we were the ones who saved the day and asked us for a favor. What was that favor?
Yes, we're going to recover Chandra's golden chalice that
Yes.
she won in timber sports.
Yes.
From this mysterious character named Bachelor. That's all we know.
Bachelor.
Who
And what's
stole
the
it?
town
Who
name?
stole it from her? We're headed toward
Sparrowkeep?
Sparrowkeep.
I remembered.
It's good how you so naturally remembered and led me
I
into
remember.
that. Good. You're going to be remembering a lot of fine details.
I'm
going
gonna
to
remember everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even need this. I can throw this out. I don't need to take notes. I have a human encyclopedia next to me.
All right.
With
so
that said, let's hop right back in, shall we?
we shall.
And join Pim and Dirk. We're at the Stinky Fish Tavern, right in the doorway. Dirk had just pledged his promise to recover this golden chalice, this prized golden timber sports award
Yes.
from Chandra the barkeep.
Yes.
And we have to roll for the move, swear an iron vow, because this is our first iron vow, our first quest, so to speak,
Yeah.
that we're embarking on.
We got to make that roll. So when you swear upon iron to complete a quest, write your vow and give the quest a rank. We gave it a troublesome rank.
Troublesome, we're just getting a chalice
just getting a
back.
well,
How hard could that be?
Troublesome. We'll see. We'll
This
see how
is
troublesome it
it.
really is.
a little
And you're
bit
going
of
to
trouble.
roll plus heart.
Too hard.
Weak hit.
Weak hit.
Okay. So on a weak hit, you're determined,
Take
but
it.
begin your quest with more questions than answers. Take +1 momentum and envision what you do to find a path forward.
Mark my momentum down right quick.
Yeah, man. Got to get that momentum in. So let's see. We begin our quest with more questions than answers. Well, we don't know where he is. Let's bring it back to the tavern. So Pim is going to say, but Chandra, all we have is a name. Do you have an address? Do you know where he lives?
And I would like you to make a gather information roll to
Yes.
see what Chandra can give us
Yes.
about this shady character.
Great. So I am going to roll plus wits. So let's do that.
Hit
My
it.
wits are terrible. That is a straight miss. That's a full miss. On a miss, your investigation is a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest.
Unwelcome truth
An unwelcome truth.
that undermines our quest? Mm-hmm. That seems way rough.
Yeah.
Immediately, Chandra is kind of upset that we're reapproaching the bar.
Yeah.
She's like, What is it now? I gave you the details. Go find it.
Well, I just had a couple questions about, the particulars of where Bachelor is.
I have the answers. Bachelor has chalice. Find him. Go. And then she turns around. And I would like to kind of roll on some oracle tables to give us a bit more info on this dire. What is it? A dire
threat or unwelcome truth.
Dire threat or unwelcome
Yeah,
truth?
I've got a threat. I've got the threat tables right here. Why don't you roll and I'll tell you the result.
D100. 30.
Force a hasty decision.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Or, let's see. Usurp or undermine another leader.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we can also not use that roll. I think the unwelcome truth is...
We're stonewalled.
We're stonewalled? What does that mean?
Chandra ain't got no more facts.
She doesn't have any more facts.
We cut to outside the tavern, having left kind of tail between legs.
Here's the problem, Chandra says.
As we're leaving, she just shouts.
Because we do need to follow the rules.
Yeah,
unwelcome truth.
Got to.
Here's the problem, she says. And we stop. We turn over our shoulders. There's one fact that I've left out.
Let us leave.
The problem is that he's the head sheriff of Sparrowkeep.
Oh.
He kind of is the sheriff.
Like a warden.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Thanks. We turn. We turn and we go. Coming to another 30 minutes pass by because Pim and Dirk need a place to stay for the night before setting off to head down to Sparrowkeep.
Right.
They sort of make their way to a local inn, not wanting to spend the night at the Stinky Fish.
Yeah,
there's not really much in terms of lodging in a tavern that's stuck underneath a pier that pretty much only serves swill and tough, hardy drinks to make fishermen go blind.
And Chandra didn't seem too accommodating. She was kind of done with us.
No.
Yeah, we head to an inn, but we are kind of strapped for cash. That's something that we definitely figured out about each other. So let's go into the inn, but let's see if we could get a room for free.
We head on over to this kind of nicer looking longhouse closer toward the center of town, over the kind of archway of the front door is like a wooden replica of an instrument used for kind of seafaring, and etched inside says the sextant is kind of where we're headed. The sextant, yeah. And then like underneath is like smaller lettering going like, not a brothel.
Is it 2 words? Is it sex?
It's not the sextant.
Okay.
Yes, SEXTANT. I believe is how you spell that.
Great.
An instrument used for seafaring and navigation.
Yes.
Hence the smaller words underneath. And they kind of go up the steps and approach, and it's a bit later on at night, so it's a bit quieter inside. And they're met by the kind of inn caretaker.
Yeah.
Who is kind of an older individual, a human, who greets them at the door.
Oh, customers.
Good evening. Sorry to interrupt, or kind of ducks his head underneath the awning.
What do you want?
Sorry, are we interrupting? Are you okay?
No. You're here for a reason, are you not?
Okay, we were, just hoping to get some lodging for the night. If you have any spare rooms available, we just kind of want to turn in, and honestly, we're hoping for maybe like 4 hours tops.
You got the gold for it?
Okay. Wow, it's funny. I feel like I'm talking to like a genie or something. That's the thing. Most honorable keeper of this establishment.
Yeah,
we're a little
Jordan.
So lovely to meet you. Hail and well met. We're a little short on coin. We're hoping, please, if you could just let a few down on their luck souls for a quick rest, 4 hours tops of sleep, and then we get out of your hair.
I think you make a compel roll.
Okay. Oh, jeez. He already seems like... Why am I talking to the heat miser from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? He's not going to let us in. Doing this
All right.
with...
Are you charm, pacifying, bartering, or convincing?
This is charm. This is pure
You're
charm.
charming. You're going to roll plus heart.
Okay. Dirk's very charming.
Oh!
Weak
Weak
hit.
hit.
Weak hit. We got it.
All right. I'm not one for charity, but
Okay.
if you muck my stables, you can stay the night.
Do we have to stay there? Do we have to stay out in the stables too?
No. There's
Okay.
a room for you. You just need to do the dirty deed.
And we cut to, we see underneath, Jordan has led Pim and Dirk to the back of the sextant. Not the sextent.
The sextant.
Though kind of walking through the halls, you see a bit creaking headboards, like maybe some things are going on. To the side, kind of back entrance, to a small stable where 3 horses are kept. These are a couple horses owned by the establishment and rented out, but a few that are owned by some of the folks staying the night there. There are varied in kind of quality and level that they've been taken care of due to the differences in economic background of the tenants, blah, 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 blah.
Got it.
Kind of in front, we're kind of thrust pitchforks in our hand, and Dirk looks at Pim and goes, "You ever mucked a mucked? You ever mucked a stable?"
Is that the term? Swab?
Swab? Jordan, we swab. Do you want it swabbed?
It's just shoveling.
Oh, I see. And turning the stench of manure and like kind of rotten apples is like very strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. We are fully stinky.
Of shoveling crap.
Shoveling crap. We are ready to tuck in for the night. We go up, we find our separate rooms, and we tuck in for the night. In the morning.
Yeah.
The morning. Were you going to say something
Nope.
before?
No.
Great.
I don't want
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
to be covered in dung anymore.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Let's say that it's morning. It is yet another brisk morning, so both of our adventurers bundle up with the furs that they have. The sun is rising, though. It is clear, it is cold, and they notice some diamonds on a nearby river. Though it is cold, they both smell so bad. And Pim looks to the water and says, "Well, it's going to be cold, but I no longer want to smell like dung." And
Dirk's already in.
Dirk's in.
He's dove in the water. Just like, he's kind of used to being like, just in his natural
How did you do that?
elements.
Is it not cold?
Just get used to it after a while. A while of soaking.
And Pim takes one boot off, sticks one foot in the stream, and shakes it after eventually diving in as well, getting nice and squeaky clean, no longer smelling like manure.
Dirk kind of points to the shoreline where Pim has left her things.
Yes.
Just kind of, as Pim is already like running out to like put her stuff back on, Dirk kind of waiting, looks up and sees her welding helmet as she's reaffixing it to her hip. And he's like, kind of nods and goes like, "Look like one of them."
One of them.
Oh. Well, folks don't run into elvenkind as much around here, but being in the deep wilds around Borewood, you know, we see him every now and again.
You think
It's
this
cool.
mask is from the elves?
I don't know what it is. It's kind of, I don't know how you see out of it. It's kind of like a little tiny, I was just saying it's cool.
And Pim sort of just like stops for a second and isn't sure how much more she wants to say, but replies then with, You are mistaken if you think this is from the elven kind. This is my welding helmet, and that's all there is to it.
All right. And Dirk puts on just his one article of clothing. puts his boar belt back over his shoulder.
Shockingly not cold at all.
Puts on his rough-hewn hide leggings, and now, washed and rested, Pim and Dirk are going to set off for Sparrowkeep.
They set off for Sparrowkeep. I think we're going to undertake a journey.
Let's hit it.
Very exciting. So let's turn to that. And that is, I think, under adventure moves. Yup. Okay. When you travel across hazardous or unfamiliar lands, set the rank of your journey. I don't know. It's the next settlement over.
Honestly, with how poorly the Iron Vow went,
yeah,
I think this is going to be a journey and not just taking well-trodden roads.
Yeah.
If we had done better and had any sort of information on where to go,
right.
And also the fact that this dude's kind of a heavy in town.
Yeah.
I think a journey is quite necessary.
Great. Let's say it's dangerous then. Mm-hmm. 2 progress per waypoint. We're going to write that down because it's a new progress track for undertaking the journey. We're going to go from to Sparrowkeep. To Sparrowkeep, it is dangerous. And that is...
Let me log my stuff!
2 progress per waypoint. And Pim, heaves her pack back on to her back full of wares. They are at +5 supply, so they've got plenty of food. She's got her bedroll. She is ready to go.
Dirk's just got him.
Dirk's just got himself?
Dirk's just got him.
What does he sleep on?
He's got his little pat. He finds. He finds and rummages.
Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, great. So I guess Pim will make the roll. And I roll plus... Do I roll plus anything? Yes, I roll plus wits. Oh, no. I shouldn't be the one leading if I have 1 wit.
You seem...
I
Hey,
have
Pim.
1 in wits.
You seem confident.
I...
Like, we don't have a lot of information or a lot of, directions to ask, but,
On the contrary, I don't quite know where I'm going, so if you don't mind, would you like to lead the way?
All right.
How to min-max Ironsworn.
Yeah, right? Just make the other guy roll all the time. I don't even remember which thing it was which. Yeah, strong hit.
Strong hit.
Strong hit. Dirk just gets up and goes like, huh. And then you just see him just kind of go, oh, that way, I guess.
Right.
We head off toward our journey.
We head off toward our journey. We hike for about 3 hours.
One sec, I want to resolve the move.
Oh, yes. So on a strong hit, you reach a waypoint. If the waypoint is unknown to you, envision it, then choose one. So really, on a strong hit with Undertake a Journey, it's as if you just reached your waypoint.
Waypoint, so that's progress, right?
Yes. So mark progress. Let's say, oh, I see. There's 2 options here. You make good use of your resources, mark progress, or you move at speed. We're not in a hurry on this. So let's just mark progress. So that is, did I say 2 progress per waypoint? Great. We're at 2 out of 10. And they've been hiking for about 3 hours. Let's say the sun is now right directly above them. So it's around noontime. Largely an uneventful and very beautiful and scenic trail that they found. It
was so beautiful. It went so great.
It went so great.
We saw so many gorgeous birds. Just we're kind of off the well-beaten path, but it was a nice hiking trail that was stamped down.
Yeah, it was lovely.
It was really great.
And they decide to take a rest because it's been 3 hours. Their feet hurt a little bit, and elevation is starting to get higher. They are hiking along the ragged coast. Lots of changes of elevation in the ragged coast, and they decide to take a little break, cool their heels. Pim finds a small stream of water being run off from a mountain, and some of these
wants to take a bath again.
Desperately wants to take a bath again, but definitely won't. Fills her canteen, and just sort of wipes the sweat from her brow and has a little snack, little cluster of berries from her pouch.
Dirk kind of immediately stares at the berries that Pim has collected for herself and kind of like looks at him and goes like, "Yeah, I wouldn't.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I kind of know where you got those, but
What you mean? They're the berries that were on the trees before we left.
before we left,
Yeah, the berries in the.
that's cool.
Wait a minute.
That's probably fine.
What's wrong with the berries?
It's thornberry.
It's thornberry.
It's thornberry.
These
yeah.
are thornberries. I thought they were elderberries.
No.
Thorn?
Check.
I'm checking. They look precisely like.
You see the way it sprouts at the end of the berry? You have tiny little leaves,
Yes,
right? That
yes.
are jagged, that sort of look like thorns. That means you're going to have diarrhea later. Sorry.
And Pim just like sits down and like accepts her fate.
Make a face danger. No, I'm just kidding. Face danger roll for your guts. How well do your guts live up to? All right, cool.
All right, great.
Keep
Terrible.
going on the journey.
Yeah. Let's say that they, regardless, are ready to undertake a journey again, knowing that impending doom may or may not befall Pim.
Just killing it right now.
Wow.
Oh, never mind.
No, that's a weak hit.
weak hit. That's all right.
Okay,
though.
great. So you reach a waypoint and mark progress, but suffer -1 supply. So after
Pointing, leading out, like taking a last sip of the stream.
Yeah.
Continuing on where they think is the direction
They
based
think.
on Dirk's like very confident, just kind of feeling out the trails and a vague direction that we got. Leads around and an extra 3 to 4 hours of travel. An extra meal is consumed. I think we take 1 supply for this.
I also
but continue to go on our way. It just takes a good deal longer than we thought.
Precisely. And they are delayed a little bit because the inevitable happens to Pim.
Oh,
She
no.
has to take a break. She has to take a breather. And I would say that -1 supply is also the amount of water she drank in order to just get back on her feet. She's sweaty.
Dirk is sitting cross-legged on a stump, playing a nice little tune on his ocarina to like drown out the noise of just the sheer chaos coming from Pim's guts right now. Hey, those thornberries, they're wild.
The wild thornberries. The wild thornberries.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Keep it going. Does Pim feel?
We still mark our progress,
Yep.
so we're at 4 out of 10.
4.
Pim, yeah, Pim lost her supply just from the sheer amount of water, but she steadied herself. She's gonna be okay. I don't think we suffered any health from that.
Real exciting
really-
adventuring happening in this second episode already. One adventure
Came from you.
dealing with the trots.
So she's feeling great. I'm gonna make this roll now. I'm
Okay.
gonna lead the way.
Cool.
Her pride is hurt.
Sure.
Her pride is really hurt
And
because
Dirk clearly doesn't know where he's going.
He does not. Neither of them really do, but I would say, Pim might have a better sense of direction in these parts, potentially. So I'm going to make the roll on Undertake a Journey.
For it.
We're going to do it again.
What do you think?
And that is a weak hit, which is fine. We reach a waypoint.
You add +1 for wit, right? That's a 1 and a 6. That's
Oh,
strong.
that's a strong hit.
That's strong right there.
Wow, we're rolling extremely well. That's
Except
a strong
for the most important one of today, which was, how's this quest going to go?
Terribly. You reach a waypoint. So we mark more progress. We're at 6 out of 10. We could.
Along the way, along the trip, Pim stops she sees a mule and a traveler in front and goes up to ask him for directions on where to go.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Do you know perhaps the way to... we're trying to get to Sparrowkeep, and we were told it was potentially in the north. We're not quite sure, though.
I just came from there. Lucky day for you.
You did?
Where? Follow this way. Basically. You know what? Come with me.
Great. And she kind of looks to Dirk, and she's like, do you trust this guy?
I don't know. Yeah.
Great. Fabulous.
And this kind of mule with a cart full of just junk in the back, and kind of this kind of like, hunch. He's got a bit of a hunch to his back. He's a man, looks to be in his 80s or 90s. Very jovially and nice. You don't find like fun strangers like yourself, and why not spend 2 extra hours with some company? He stops right in front of a fork sign in the road, and you kind of, because the hit was so strong, you just see 2 Sparrowkeep. That'd be what you're looking for.
Wow, that's extremely informative. Thank you very, very much, sir.
I just like meeting new folk on the road and helping them out where I can.
What's your name, by the way?
Jimba.
Jimba.
Have a good one. And he's
Thanks, Jimba.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Leadfoot. And he sees his mule just kind of like give like little eyebrows back toward him.
Oh.
And Jimba and Leadfoot go their way on down the road, looking for maybe another merry traveler to help out.
And Pim like narrows her eyes because she just really trusts no one. And she says,
I don't really trust nobody at all.
Really know why he was so cheery and so helpful. we ought to watch our backs. All right, so we're at 6 out of 10. Do you think we could try to reach our destination?
6 out of 10?
Yeah.
With a sign pointing the right way? Yeah, I feel lucky.
All right. So they clearly have a sign. They think that they are confident in that this is the direction.
Like, honestly, like, he just wanted to help. And sometimes you just gotta, when the planet provides a little nudge in the right direction, you just gotta take it.
All right, just your 2 challenge die, not the action. 6 and 1 against
tie goes
6.
to the runner, don't it?
No, we have to beat both the challenge die. So it's a weak hit. You arrive but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision what you find. You want to take this one?
Approaching the what looks to be more of a built-up city.
And it's dusk at this point, let's say, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took all day.
Of Sparrowkeep. Upon approaching tall, lofty iron gates around a walled settlement, Sparrowkeep definitely seems to be more fortified and less welcoming than the open, trading, kind of encouraging borders of the port town of
Trout Nook.
Trout Nook. Yeah. Friendlier Trout Nook.
Friendlier Trout Nook.
You remembered.
I remembered.
And what did the weak hit say?
It said you arrive but face an unforeseen hazard or complication.
Iron gate completely shut.
Ooh.
City guard leaning against the closed gate. Looks over at Pim and Dirk approaching.
Hello.
State your business, outsider.
Oh.
City's closed right now.
Hello. Well, mine. And she shakes her head like, don't say your name for some reason. She just like shook that out of her head. I'm here. My name is Gemma. And I'm here to trade. You see, we're both merchants. And we have gemstones that we'd like to trade for tomorrow's market. And I should compel.
Make a compel there on this guy.
Because I'm lying. Fully lying. All right, so my path is trickster. When you face danger, secure an advantage, or compel by lying, bluffing, stealing, or cheating, add +1.
Okay.
So I am...
Dirk is behind you. There's no way he can help you with this because he's not good at this at all.
Incapable of lying?
But he's just kind of like trying to be his best like merchant bodyguard looking.
Great.
Just like,
great.
Go for it.
All right, so I roll plus shadow. That is a weak hit. Yes, that's a weak hit. So they'll do what you want or share what they know. But they ask something of you in return. Envision what they want. So,
all right. merchants say probably got a little bit of if we're not really having this conversation officially, would you let me skim off the top a little bit? I'll let you in without any trouble.
Skim off the top.
You know,
and like
wet my beak a little bit.
And so Pim
grease his palm a little bit. You can get in.
And Pim like looks to Dirk and she like searches in her pockets and she retrieves the one gold coin she has to her name.
Oh no. We're doing this for money.
We are doing this for money.
And he's like,
but she doesn't offer it to him yet. Her hand just clasps around the one gold coin she has to her name.
Okay.
Can I see that wealth track?
Yeah.
Actually, let's make sure that follows fortune hunter. Let's say we're at +1 wealth.
Okay.
That's all we have.
Yeah, we saved it by shoveling
the muck.
Shoveling muck.
No,
in
we
a
earned
horse
our
stable.
free cape. Our free keep with that. So I'm not sure where this gold coin came from, but she does have one gold coin to her name.
What's the problem? You won't get in the gate, do you?
And
I could use an extra point or two later today. It's been a long shift.
And she says, "I'll tell you what. You'll get your payment tomorrow after market opens."
Whatever. I don't have time for this. Starts open the gate. Pim and Dirk walk in to a much reluctant guard. I'll be expecting to see you tomorrow around here.
You've got it.
So, yes, sir.
They enter.
And Dirk walks in and goes, There'll be a lot left over, like, because we sell so much. We're like, honestly, the best merchants. You probably heard of us before. We're the best merchants along the Ragged Coast.
And Pim just like takes him by the ear and drags him through. And we enter Sparrowkeep. We see that it is a bit more of a rundown settlement than the bustling town of Troutnook, the port city of Troutnook, shall we say. It is very much nestled more in the mountains. It's a bit more remote to get to. And let's say that this area is not commonly serviced by traveling folk, merchants, and people selling their wares. Mostly if you want the finest, you would go to the port city of Troutnook.
We see, as soon as we walk in, a striking feature set into the cliffside. As the cliff kind of juts out, built into it is this like crawling spire of structures that we're not unsure like what makes it up, but at the top, where at its peak of the cliff, there is a watchtower building that overlooks the rest of Sparrowkeep, and kind of gives the impression, the wooden planks jutting out from it, like it's kind of a bird of prey's nest up at the tip top, possibly what looks to be 200 feet in the air.
Okay. And Pim, sees this watchtower and sort of like nods toward it for Dirk to go, mark it as well. And he,
like, not to say any, we've done well so far, but like, if I was a warden, if I was like, what did Chandra call it? Sheriff?
Sheriff.
The sheriff of the town?
The sheriff of Sparrowkeep.
What's a sheriff?
The warden,
like
the large and
like
in
somebody
charge.
who's a watcher?
Yeah, a watcher.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
And we see there's some people about, but it ought to be more populated than it really is. What's bizarre about this place is that it seems like it was once a bustling city, but is now slowly less inhabited. It is dusk now, and Pim is realizing that they ought to, regroup and discuss their plans in private. So they look around and try to see whether, they could make themselves look busy, but kind of discuss where to go.
Okay.
And survey the town.
Dope.
And
do you want to make
under
this?
her breath.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, no, under her breath, she just says, Well, the gatekeep thinks we're merchants, so we've got to keep that front up, I suppose.
Okay.
And
should I... And he looks down at himself, his half-nude frame with rough-hewn hide leggings, a boar's hide across his shoulder. What does a merchant look like?
well, someone who has wares to sell. So,
Okay.
and she looks around and she's like, we need something to sell, don't we? We need something to sell because what are we going to sell? And so she looks and what does she see? Action and theme? I think I want to roll an action and theme to figure out what she sees. So
I got the tables up.
You got the tables? Mm-hmm. So I rolled a 92.
Yep.
I've got distract loss. Distract loss. So let's say that
So
you got it.
looking over, she sees like cut in to the side, entering this main courtyard.
Sure.
We walk to the left as the main kind of trodden path starts to peter off.
Yeah.
And we see a low torch-lit building. And Pim gets an idea sparking into her head. And all around the low building are grave markers. And she walks toward it. And Dirk walks up. And Dirk looks at Pim and goes, "Oh, I see. We'll pedal. Well, you walk up to the Sparrowkeep's Hall of the Deceased.
The crypt.
Yes, the crypt of the town where Sparrowkeep houses their souls who have passed on.
Okay.
There are headstones all around the lawn with the idea to sell caskets. And funeral services.
I see. We don't need goods and services in order to sell that. Right?
Mm-mm.
We sell a deed to people.
People are like dying all the time.
Well, it will be a little difficult to draw up a charter every single time. I've got no pen and paper. But, and she sees that there is a door. This is my idea that you gave me. She sees a door leading underground. She opens the door. It's strangely unlocked. The door is the Hall of the Dead. Yeah. Fully the Hall of the Dead. This is now the crypt, where we were outside was very much a graveyard. Now we are in the crypt, and there are skulls lining the walls. There are bones underfoot. And she goes, and I wonder if this is superstitious for Dirk at all. But she sort of is, Pim shuts the door behind them.
This isn't how we do it. This is like, why do you just like keep it all here? It's just.
And Pim
why is none of this in the ground?
Pim puts one finger up to make him be quiet. And she is silent for a second, and she walks toward she walks toward the wall of skulls, and she takes one of the skulls and realizes it's loose. And the skull can come completely out of the wall. And she takes it and she says, "This is a mountain town, is it not?
Yeah.
Do you think people might be superstitious here? We could perhaps sell these skulls as talismans against evil spirits."
Okay. This is a lot. This is
And she takes another
that should
skull,
be in the dirt.
And she starts putting them on her saddlebags.
Those are people. Those used to be people. They should be something else. They should not be peddled.
She agrees. She puts them back.
That was intense.
Onto the wall.
Dirk kind of like grabs her Pim by the shoulder. Are you okay?
And then I want to make a face danger roll because that was risky.
Okay.
What I just did was really risky, I'm realizing. And we can't just like let that roll off. So I'm going to say when you attempt something risky, I'm going to roll. And I'm going to roll
So instead of a traveling funeral service, what we're going to be peddling is totems to honor the dead.
Totems to ward off evil spirits.
Ward off evil spirits
Yeah.
in the form of remnants of actual dead people.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. We need a bit. Everybody. Hey, a bit. What does a business start with? An idea.
I'm going to say this is with stealth.
Yeah.
She was very careful.
Sneaky and careful.
Taking it off. And we're rolling plus shadow.
Oh,
that is
geez.
a weak hit.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, it's a weak hit. All right, so
This is face danger.
I succeed, but face a troublesome cost.
As soon as the
Go ahead.
the skull gets pulled out, footsteps start to be heard from a different part of this crypt area, and you see a little bit of lantern light start to glow, and somebody comes around the corner and says, well, another laid to rest, another soul to go toward the ether. God, I am tired.
Sorry. We mean no harm, sir.
By the divides. It's okay. I didn't expect visitors at this hour. Are you?
Pim has, in this commotion, put 3 skulls in her bag.
Are you here to visit a loved one? What is your business here?
Yes, I have been paying respects to my dog, Skippy.
Oh, yes. Well, you're in the complete wrong area. I'm sorry. Let me direct you this way where we keep remnants of pets. I'm Remus, by the way.
Remus, pleasure.
We see a very, kind of mousy, frail waif of an old man.
Yeah.
2-3 strands of hair clinging left to his head. White beard and just kind of a dark robe, but one that's kind of lovely, like he had just done a few funeral rites earlier.
Yeah. I'm going to say that we suffered -1 momentum on that.
Yeah.
We do have to pick one consequence for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lose momentum.
You do.
I do. Yeah, sure. Okay, great. I
Dirk
lose
and Dirk
-1
start grabbing
momentum.
skulls out of the wall.
Because that was we're delayed now.
Remus leads Pim down the hallway, and you see kind of inlaid into this stone wall are small holes with ornamental kind of urns. A couple of which are urns, a couple of which are like cat and dog skulls. It's a little grisly, but underneath you see peppers, and you see Mr. Buttons.
Mr. Buttons.
You see Luna, and just this is a nice indoor mausoleum to folks' animal companions.
And Remus says, "Oh, however, I don't see a Skippy here. Where could that have gone?"
Dirk sees this and kind of looks and goes, "I'm gonna wait outside if that's okay."
Okay.
And heads outside to just hang out outside of the crypt area.
Yeah. Pim, makes some small talk with Remus, but, eventually talks him off of the ledge.
It is silly what they will play with. Sometimes I have a parakeet, and sometimes when I let the light shine on a little piece of glass and point it at a point on the wall, he just loses it in the most wonderful way.
And Pim's inching
Sorry,
toward
I'm a bit congested. I can't remember what I sounded like before.
And Pim is a vein is appearing on her forehead because she just is trying to get out of this conversation.
And figuring out the regular diet
for
him, Eugene had the most difficult time.
Yes.
Getting a regular, I couldn't get his weight under control. He's walking back and forth between, and tries to, I'm so sorry, I don't appear to have, excuse me, what was your name again? I'm sorry, I don't appear to have that pet in our...
Oh gosh, has that been an hour yet? I've got to
Could it
go.
be sent to another town? I wish to help in any way
Yes,
that
is
I can.
any time, sir. Yes, I do need to go though. So have a beautiful day, and thank you so much.
Well, that's fine. And if you want to ever just, I don't know, come by and visit, Eugene loves visitors. In fact, when you come by, if you say something in front of him, he just keeps talking to himself as he walks back about his business. As Pim just kind of makes an exit.
Pim makes an exit, shuts the door, puts her back against the door, and goes, "I thought I was going to be in there forever."
Yeah.
Old man talking about his dog.
Can we ready to go?
Ready to go.
Cool.
So then they have their wares. They are ready to pedal, but they need a place to sleep for the night.
This is perverse.
They shouldn't sleep in the
Recap. Dirk and Pim, right, went to a crypt,
Yes.
stole the remnants of people.
Yes.
We grave robbed.
Yes.
To then use these as talismans to ward off evil spirits.
to sell. No, we're
as
selling
a business venture.
Yes.
For a front to blend in town.
Yes.
A very simple scheme.
Very simple.
They head to.
It is now dusk.
Yeah.
Right? We are now fully in nighttime, and
Yeah.
now would be a perfect time for us to try to find this sheriff. So Pim sort of realizes now that a darkness has befallen Sparrowkeep at a very opportune time, and she takes one last look at the tower.
What do you think? Do you think it's that obvious that it's some sort of security watchtower? Like,
Do you reckon this guy is the sheriff, the warden? He's got to keep an eye on everyone, doesn't he?
his name's Bachelor.
Bachelor.
His name's Bachelor. That's stupid.
Do you suppose?
To be in charge of enforcing like law? Maybe I'm being harsh.
Perhaps you are. But regardless, we've got to get to that watchtower.
Okay. How do you propose? And Dirk sort of looks at Pim and goes, "How do you propose we kind of?"
Yeah, I'm going to secure an advantage.
Okay.
Because it's when you assess a situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. Yeah, because we really kind of don't have any sort of way forward. So
You want to stealth it in there and try to sneak in for
Yeah.
scout out a way we could enter?
Yeah, I'm going to
This
do it with
watchtower?
stealth.
Okay.
Yeah. Pim is going to lead this with stealth because that is her expertise.
Yeah.
All right, here we
cool.
go. Oh, shoot, that was cocked. I'm sorry.
Bigger trays. Invest
Bigger
in the
trays,
future.
bigger trays.
Oh!
Strong hit. That was a strong hit.
Oh, that's a match. That's a match.
That's a match.
That's a match.
We rolled our first match.
It's a crit, baby.
In Ironsworn, when you roll a match, something has to be extraordinary.
That's a hell
It has
yes.
to be crazy. Crazy. So, on a strong hit, you gain advantage. Choose one. Take control, make another move now, and add +1, or prepare to act, take +2 momentum. I mean, I'm gonna, we should probably,
As
yeah, go ahead.
sneaking around,
Yeah,
looking at this tower,
yeah.
the outside the side entrance
Yeah,
of one of these structures built into the cliffside,
yeah.
under low lights, you see the lock on the door start to jostle around, and opening the door and exiting is a figure that, holding in his opposite hand, is what looks to be a vessel of some kind that glints off the torchlight,
What?
full of a beverage that has a golden tint to it,
Okay.
as this figure just kind of locks up for the day and starts walking
Starts walking.
starts walking in the opposite direction.
All right, so I'm going to make another move with that secure an advantage.
Yeah.
I think, gosh, I mean, what do we do? So Pim, I'm sorry. So like Pim looks to Dirk and looks to this figure who we can't make out.
But just the way the light hit from the torch above the doorway leading into that building hit off of this vessel, like, like, that's it. That's
Right.
what we're looking for.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna confront him, right?
And
So
Dirk's trying to fit his huge body like behind a shrub that's just smaller than him.
Great. So they're hiding.
And
Okay. They've ducked under shrubs.
He's like,
What do we do?
I don't know.
I think I saw glint from the chalice.
Glint?
I think that's the chalice. I think that's the golden thing that we're
simple.
supposed to get.
Oh, that's lucky. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We've got to see if that's what it actually is.
Should we grab him?
I don't know what to do. Let's follow him.
Okay.
Let's not blow our cover.
Got it.
Let's follow him.
Okay.
I am going to face danger.
Yeah.
By trying to follow him. So
Gotcha.
he's taking off. Let's say that there is a ring of keys jostling, so we kind of can tell the direction that he's going in. It is very dark and there's no moon. Okay, very dimly lit with torchlights, and we're hearing the ring of keys. And Pim and Dirk get out of the shrubs and are about to attempt to follow him. We're doing it with stealth still.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm gonna roll.
Oh, jeez.
We're doing it with stealth. Here we go. That's a miss. No, that's a weak hit.
Okay.
Weak hit. So you succeed but face a troublesome
Dirk,
cost.
As you begin to tail
Oh boy.
from a considerable enough distance away, but enough to continue to get a bead on him.
Yeah.
As you begin to go,
Yeah.
moving from one kind of shrub related it isn't a lot of shrubs because it's like a mountain town, so to the side of another building.
And the figure starts whistling.
Yeah. Dirk moves, and one of the accoutrements, the skull, in his satchel, he's got a couple of ornamental, he's the bones that we are holding onto.
Stole.
One slips out from where it was being held in his cinched to his waist.
Okay.
And the figure stops.
And Pim and Dirk both hit the ground flat, and the figure stops whistling, turns around, and walks. And we let's say we endured stress. That was extremely stressful. minus one spirit.
Yeah.
That was really stressful. But they succeed. And Pim smacks Dirk's bare chest, and her hand hurts from doing it. And just kind of goes and then they continue. They follow him to the tower. They eventually, it's only maybe 100 feet, they follow him. And he reaches a door. And this figure takes his keys, his ring of keys, clink, 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 clink. He takes one key.
Sipping something from his prized, so brazen with it.
Yeah.
This bachelor.
Yeah. We don't know if it's him. We don't know it's Bachelor. We don't know
Yeah,
it's him.
somebody.
And we don't know it's the chalice.
We don't.
So he opens the door to the watchtower, and we realize now is our chance to catch this door from being locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
We're gonna secure an advantage.
Or I think we're
misusing that. Yeah.
I think this has to be face danger to stealthily tail him. We're gonna try and get in the door as he's shutting it. That's very confrontational.
It is extremely. What do we do? What do we do? How do we? He's opening the door, and he's gonna go into the watchtower.
That's probably gonna be okay. That's probably gonna be hot, right?
Do you have anything in your satchel, like a way to sedate him or something? Do you have a dart gun in there?
I'm gonna check my gear
for
a dart gun.
Check your gear for a dart gun. You might. I mean, you're wild and stuff, right?
I don't know if I have that.
You might have a dart gun.
All right.
Check your gear. It's
it's in delve.
Oh right. Yes, it's a delve move.
Yeah, I got it.
Amazing.
All right. Good lord. I don't even have an add to this.
No ads?
Oh,
Really?
If you have at least +1 supply, roll plus supply. So that's +5.
Gosh. Okay.
Oh my god. Here we go.
That's a strong hit. Oh yeah.
My supply is at 4, so that's a strong hit for sure.
Okay.
Dirk, sure enough,
Has a dart gun.
along his waist, has a blowgun with a sedative.
Great.
This is just to like calm down like wild boar.
You better use it.
I don't know if it's strong enough to put him down.
It doesn't matter.
All right, Dirk makes a face danger.
Face danger.
Rolling stealth to blowgun this guy down in the doorway.
Well, it's kind of aggressive.
This is stealthy. This is stealthy. I have to get him down.
Precision, though.
I don't know what is. Oh, precision? Ranged
that's
attack.
edge.
This is edge.
This is edge. It's a ranged attack.
God. I'm great at this. Okay. Puts it in. He takes a step out from the behind the other building of a what looks to be a small like residence, low roof residence, and puts the blowgun to his mouth.
Oh God. Weak hit, right?
If it tied it.
It tied it. It's
Straight miss. I rolled a 7. Oh no. Excuse me.
It's a weak hit.
Weak hit.
Yeah.
Weak hit. Yeah.
Or no, wait. What's your edge? Oh yeah, weak hit. Okay, great.
My edge is terrible.
Weak hit. All right. So that means you succeed, but face the troublesome cost. All right. So this dart hits him in the neck.
Oh jeez.
But he's not totally out. So he starts to stumble. He falls to his knees. And he falls to the ground. But he is still conscious. He's really groggy.
Yeah.
His eyes are open, but he is unable to move.
And in the clatter of his body just kind of hitting the door frame and the door, you hear from inside going like, "You all right in there? Boss?"
And Pim, like, terribly says, "Oh, yeah, totally fine."
That's
Compel.
That's gotta be. I don't know if that's compel as so much as that's. What is that? Secure an advantage with
Face
trickster
danger again. I mean, let's just. I'm gonna reply.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't roll.
Oh God.
What?
You're replying to this guy?
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I
do
take
it.
it back.
No,
there's no do-overs, right? So.
Of course there is.
All right. Yeah, all good here.
I gotta roll something to see. Roll a compel to see if that works.
All right.
Like
shadow. Wait, it's a weak hit. All right, so
weak hit.
It's a weak hit. They do what you want, but they ask something of you in return.
You just kind of hear muffled like, "Oh, just be careful." And you just see like now, just kind of near the door frame, this collapsed figure just going like.
Great.
And Dirk is like, "Get him! We gotta get him!"
Yeah, and they see, in fact, this is not the chalice. Right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Do we roll on that?
Upon running up.
Yeah.
To.
Yeah.
Look at it. Yeah, like a troublesome cost result of the weak hit.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We haven't marked any progress, and we've been making a lot of progress. Kind of on this Iron Vow, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll do that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's resolve this.
Yeah. This will determine if we get to mark progress or not.
True.
Let's get to the body and gather information.
Yes,
gather
information.
We gotta determine whether or not this
not.
dude has what we need, and if it's even the right dude.
Correct. Gather information. I've been doing a lot of rolling. Would you like to roll on this?
Dirk jumps into action and tries to first. This needs to be, I think, stealthily getting to him.
Yes.
Without. Well, no, we can do this. I can make noise because you talk to the guy. So this will just be gather information straight up.
Yeah, this is roll plus wits. When you search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation.
Oh, jeez.
Roll plus wits.
Be the guy.
Weak hit.
Yeah.
Are you +2? Wits?
+2. Yeah.
Okay.
+2.
Weak hit. Information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take +1 momentum. So take your momentum.
Ooh. Gimme.
Information
I'm up to 4.
complicates your quest. Okay. It can't make the quest easier. It's got to make it more complicated.
Yeah. So go ahead.
They look closer under the light of the watchtower.
Mm-hmm.
They see it is not the chalice.
Oh.
Darn it.
Crap.
It's not the guy. But it's not the chalice.
Mm-hmm. What is it? What am I looking at?
You're looking at something. You're looking at a silver cup.
This is wrong. Chandra said it was gold.
She did. But this one's silver. But it clearly looks like it was a prize for something, doesn't it?
We just ran after some guy who was sipping on something.
But he could possibly be.
Dirk immediately grabs him.
Yeah.
Throws him over his shoulder and starts kind of instead of doing that because that's stupid.
Yes.
He throws him over his shoulder, runs back, quickly going like runs back to the building that they were at, overlooking kind of where the watchtower went up.
Yes.
Sets him down. Lifts the keyring set off of this guy.
Smart.
And puts it in his satchel and goes, and we can get in whenever we want to get in.
Smart.
And kind of leaves the kind of just like this man, this guy who is just, upon closer inspection, does not look like one of a top ranking. Just looks like a regular custodian of the warden building, not necessarily a warden himself.
Correct.
You see it etched, embroidered in the shirt. Is just a little name badge.
Cute. Yeah.
It just says like,
Dalium.
Yeah, Dalium the custodian.
Yeah, Dalium the custodian. Shoot. And Pim goes, darn it. Well, at least we've got the keys.
At least we got the keys.
And by the looks of it, that guard seems to... He heard us. And I don't think we should try our luck tonight. But this is a milestone that we reached. This is a good thing. So I would like to mark progress. I would like to reach a milestone.
Yep.
When you make significant progress towards your quest.
Absolutely.
And we're going to mark 2 progress. So we're getting closer. I'm +4 spirit. I mean, Pim is shot. That was really stressful.
We gotta find some place to stay for the night and also get away from this building.
Yeah.
So let's stop into somewhere that looks like there's lodging.
Yeah. And they see a circus tent.
Ooh.
They randomly see a circus tent in this beat down town. It seems that this must be one tradition that they're really looking forward to, is this circus. Seemingly very close to where the merchants would logically set up for the morning. And they find some hay bales.
Oh.
And
roughing it, huh?
Well, and then Pim again reaches and looks at her 1 gold coin, realizes she really doesn't want to spend it, puts it back and says, I suppose we're roughing it for the night.
Well, it's kind of the way I prefer to sleep anyway. On the ground's better for your back. Typically, traditional mattresses aren't made for the way our spine contours and shapes, and lying on neat, like sod or moss or ground is actually healthier.
And Pim is just so sick of him talking that she takes her gear down. She smacks her welding helmet on the ground, rubs her temples, and lies face down on the hay, asleep.
Hey, Pim.
What?
Sleep well.
You too. And with that, we're going to end our episode.
Picking up there next
time.
Wow,
very exciting. A lot happened.
That got very fortunate and great.
And then very not great.
Immediately
Very
bad.
quickly. Yeah.
Thank God I packed that blowgun.
We'll see you guys next time.
See y'all next time.